You ever leave something sitting on the stove and forget about it, and you come back into the kitchen and it looks like a new science experiment happening? Well, back in the 1890s, Dr. John Harvey Kellogg and his brother Will were running a sanitarium in Battle Creek, Michigan. They were all about health and nutrition. And one day they were making wheat dough for patients. They got distracted. They accidentally left the dough sitting out too long, and it dried up, kind of like a forgotten pizza crust. For some unexplained reason, instead of tossing the dried up dough, they ran it through the rollers, hoping to salvage something. But instead, the sheets of dough broke into little flakes. And then again, rather than tossing it, they decided to toast the dough flakes and to see what would happen. And something surprisingly did happen. The patients loved it. Now, keep in mind, this was the late 1800s, so the whole thing of health and wellness wasn't even a thing. So these flakes seemed very healthy. They were crunchy and light and easy on the digestive system. Will Kellogg, always the entrepreneur, said, "Hey, maybe we have something here." So he started tweaking the recipe and eventually switched to corn instead of wheat. But here's where the tension started. Will wanted to add just a little bit of sugar, enough to make it appealing to a wider audience. But John was a strict health reformer. He refused. He believed sugar corrupted the food's moral purpose and physical health value. Will disagreed very strongly, so in 1906 struck out on his own and formed the Battle Creek Toasted Cornflake Company, later known simply as Kellogg's. John was furious, especially when Will used the family name to market the cereal. The dispute grew into a full-blown lawsuit, but in the end, the court sided with Will. He won the right to use the name Kellogg's for his company. But the victory came at a price. The brothers never reconciled, and they remained estranged for the rest of their lives. So you might say that cornflakes was a cereal born out of a moment of human forgetfulness and raised in a storm of sibling disagreement. An interesting human history story of the story behind the story.